Is pressure a good thing? Does pressure make you a better person? If someone's legacy, their entire life, rided on it, would you be able to succeed? Let's talk about it for a second. In the last video I made, I said this: nothing is more terrifying than your imagination. That's not quite what I believe or think is true. What I think is the scariest thing is the fear of knowing you have to succeed. There's some videos that you really don't want to make because they make you a little bit shaky and you get bad memories brought up, but the show must go on. Think about a time in your life where the pressure was really on, where you knew you had to succeed or something really bad was gonna happen. I'll give you a second. Okay, time's up. Mostly I probably paused anyways. Now I want you to hold on to that for a second. Just keep it in there. Pressure, from my research, is made up of three things: scrutiny, expectation, what was the third one again? Right, consequence. I just want that in big letters. It's really important. Now I want you to take what you have, right? Chop it up into three pieces. In that situation, what did you expect was gonna happen? And what did someone else expect of you? How would people feel if you didn't do it? And what would be the repercussions of that? I know, I'm sorry I'm filling your hands up. It'll all be worth it later. Bear with me. I play basketball sometimes. I'm okay at basketball. I wouldn't say I'm what the kids would call dead weight, but they're definitely not making a shoe out of me, if you catch my drift. The thing is though, when you're 6'3" and have ever touched a basketball in your entire life, you're pretty much a guaranteed pickup. So I'm in gym, some kids go in there having a basketball game, they're down one, right? They need to pick up. So they scan in the room looking for somebody and until they get to me. Yo, stand up real quick. Oh yeah, he's on my team. In those days, my free will kind of died with the thought of disappointing someone I didn't know, which is really backwards when you think about it. I had a lot of weird mentalities when I was younger. I started playing the game. What I didn't know though going into that game was that these guys, they was playing for real. There's two types of basketball games. One is a normal basketball game where you actually play a game, and two is a grudge match that we're putting under the disguise of sports. This was the latter. These people were practically on the verge of fighting, and I just got in between that. The thing is, I didn't know it, and honestly, I didn't really care for their lore, to keep it 100. At some point, I get the ball, I see an opportunity to take a shot, I go up, brick. I felt the entire room go quiet. I could feel every single eye look at me in that room. These guys was putting branding marks on me with their heat vision. Speaking of heat, they also spat fired. They roasted the dog out of me. Which the crazy part about it, right, is that they seem to have settled their beef under the understanding that I just suck and it's funny to make fun of that. For the rest of the game, they seemed much more relaxed. It was a little weird. I united these people through me being bad. They call me Avatar Burger in the streets. What? So I understood that I was never gonna let that happen again. So me and the paint just had to become best friends. Oh, if I miss a shot, they give me trouble about it. So if I just go for layups, I'm just gonna make it most of the time. And even if I miss, I'm just gonna call foul. Yeah, I'm gonna be fine. Foolproof plan. Some guy on the other team shoots bricks. I don't even want to get into what they gave him, but it don't matter. I got the ball now. I'm looking at my defender. I got confidence radiating off of me. I'm moving like prime Jordan. Let me correct myself. In my head, I was moving like prime Jordan. As I'm about to jump up and little boy, the guy in front of me, he gets bumped by one of my teammates. Because, we still playing a little bit aggressive, right? They bump him out the way. So in reality, I pretty much had an open layup. This should have been the easiest thing ever.
I wonder what would happen if I missed this.
Yeah, you already know what I'm building up to with this, right? I don't just brick. No. The ball flies out of my hand and goes out because of how nervous I got about missing, which is really ironic. I understand this. You know what's more ironic? Yeah, I didn't actually have something that was more ironic. I just said it and I didn't have anything else to replace the footage with. I was terrified. I'm sitting there, right? I'm waiting. Hey, yo, how these guys roasted me, toasted me, recorded it, and then posted me.
Oh, he's cooking.
I was embarrassed. It was terrible. It was terrible. All the pressure was on me, and I messed it up. And I can laugh about it now, but I like this is just how I cope with things. That really hurt when it happened. Mind you, if me missing a shot mended generational beef, these guys was practically christening each other with how they were flaming me. But it's like I can't really blame them. Like it was bad. I shouldn't have done that. Now, remember those things I asked you to hold? Give them here. I need them for a second. Thank you. Now then, think about a time, right? Because you see this is either a good or a bad thing. A moment where you felt pressure where you succeeded, or one where you failed. Think about a time where the opposite happened. Where you failed, where the pressure was on, or you succeeded, you overcame the odds. Oh, you got it. Come, give it here. Damn. I think we can tell one is heavier than the other, a little chunkier. Failing always hurts more than succeeding does. Because when you fail, you have to deal with the repercussions. Sometimes I still think about that layup. It's definitely scared me out of making a few shots. It's crazy that one thing that happened is messing with me for this long. Because that failure, that stays with you. You would call it character development, but honestly that's just a coping mechanism at this point. It makes you feel like you're not good enough. But you are. And I want to remind you of that. I don't want to say this next part. Okay. 1 year, 5 months, 1 day, and 21 hours ago, I got the call that my uncle passed away. And you know, it really hurt, because I was really close to my uncle. There was times where I saw him like every day. About a week later, I was at his funeral. And funerals are so much different when it's someone who's really left an impact on your life. It becomes less about a respect thing and more just a way to cope with the pain of it. I'm not very good with funeral terms, but as it's going on, eventually we get to the part where people come up to speak little anecdotes about so-and-so, right? Co-workers, friends, my dad. They all go up, they all say their piece, and it's very nice. It's planned out. At some point, because he has a line going, no, my uncle would have a line of people who would want to talk about him. I'm sitting there thinking, I should say something. And as the last call is going for anyone else who wants to speak, I have to make my decision fast. I get out of my chair and I walk up onto the line. Now, I was terrified because I had no idea what I wanted to say. I realized that a lot of people probably planned it out what they were going to say in advance, and they had at least something to work with, and I had nothing. And this stressed me out because this wasn't a game. This is a send-off. This is something that you need to do right, because there's no redoing it. I'm stressing about this so much. Before I know it, the person in front of me is finishing up their speech. I can't walk off the line. It's too late for that. Everyone saw me go up. I have to get this right. I remember how my heart throbbed violently with every step I took towards that podium. I grabbed the microphone. Good afternoon. That's how I started it. And somehow, in the one time where I really didn't have a plan and I really didn't know what to do, I managed to make a good speech. Even though I was stressing about it and I had to make it up with everything I knew, I managed to make something that was good. It lightened up the atmosphere. It gave my uncle a good send-off. And there's really nothing more I could have asked for. I actually accomplished it. Because pressure brings out the best in you. It's not going to break you. Failure isn't going to break you. Others are not going to break you. Not a doubt in my mind about it. And I don't know what you're going through, but I feel if you're here right now, there's at least something in your life that's eating at you. And I want to let you know, you're going to overcome it. Have a good day.